Hi, KB. How are you today? So today for our story time, we're going to be reading The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires. So for today, there's only one vocabulary word, and you can find it right in the title. So it's going to be this word right here. Let's read it again together. Magnificent. Good job. One more time. Magnificent. So magnificent is a big word, but it just means amazing or fantastic. In Bahasa, we would say luar biasa. So the most magnificent thing. If you're just looking at the front cover, what do you think is something that's magnificent on the front cover? Do you see something that's amazing? What is the little girl pulling behind her? What do you think she's going to do with all of the things inside the wagon? She has all of these things behind her. She looks like she's been working very hard because her cheeks are all red. Do you think she's going to make something? I think she is. She has a lot of things back here. It looks like trash almost, like something you would throw in the trash can or the garbage can. But maybe she'll make something with it, and maybe she'll make something that's very magnificent. So there's one other character on the front cover besides the little girl. Can you see the second character? It's down here. The puppy dog. So she has a friend. All right, are we ready to read? Let's sit crisscross applesauce. Your hands are in your lap, and your ears are listening, and your eyes are on my book. Let's get started. The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires. So for this book, Ashley Spires is actually my author and the illustrator. So that means that she wrote the words and she also drew the pictures. All right. There is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. So you see the regular girl. Who is her best friend? It's her puppy dog. They do everything together. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. So some of you were in CCA Engineering for Kids. This is very similar to that. In Engineering for Kids, you would build something or make something that was quite amazing or quite magnificent. And I know even if you weren't in Engineering for Kids, you would always get to see the different things that those kids got to make. This is kind of similar. She likes to make things. And what does the puppy dog do? He breaks it. She has an idea. She wants to make the most magnificent thing. What do you think she's going to make? Gotta read to find out. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it. And she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. So she knows exactly what she wants to make. So now she just needs to make it. And she hires someone to help her. Who's going to help her? Her puppy dog. He is her assistant now. An assistant is someone who helps you. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way to get to work. You see them working to start to build their magnificent thing? The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around to one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. So she tries to build the most magnificent thing, but it's not working. It's all wrong. So she throws it away. Now she's going to try again. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles, tugs, and wags. When she is finished, she's finished again. She stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. Let's look at her face. Do you think that she made the most magnificent thing? Does she look happy here? No, she looks really frustrated and angry. It's not working. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. So she's tried once and she failed. She tried twice and she failed. But she's still going to keep trying her best. Do you think she will do it this time? Let's find out. Here she goes, back to work. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. So she's working very, very hard. Do you think she's going to make the most magnificent thing this time? The third time? Let's find out. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square, she makes it round, she gives it legs, she adds an antenna. She makes it fuzzy, she makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells stinky cheese, but none of them are magnificent. So she's failed again. But not only has she failed again for the third time, but again and 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 again. She tries all of these times, but it's still wrong. Do you think she's going to give up now? Say, I quit. Or do you think she's going to try again? Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They don't understand what she's making. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. She's very, very mad now because she knows what she wants to make. She knows what she wants to do, but she can't do it. It's not working. So now she's very, very angry. The angrier that she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all of the not right things. If only this thing would just work. And it's still not working. She can't get it to work. Crunch. Oh no, what happens? She hurts herself now. So not only has she tried to make this thing over and over and over again, now she's hurt herself. Do you think she's going to be happy about that? No. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes to her brain and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. So now she's very, very angry. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. So she's very frustrated and angry. She doesn't want to do it anymore because it's not working. She keeps trying and she keeps failing. Does it feel good if you try to do something and you can't do it? You try again, you can't do it, again and again, you still can't do it. Does that feel good? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we get very easily upset and frustrated because we really, really want to do something, whether it be build something, maybe we're trying to read something that's a lot harder for us and we can't do it. We try again and again and we still cannot. And then we just want to say, I quit. I give up. That's how she feels. So her puppy dog, her assistant, says, let's go for a walk. It's not much help at first, but before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. So she tries again and again, she cannot do it, and she feels very angry. So then she walks away, and she goes for a walk with her dog. Is she still working right now? She's not working anymore. She's just going for a walk. Because sometimes when we find something to be very, very hard, and we just cannot do it, sometimes it's better to just walk away for a minute. Clear your head. And that's what she's doing. And when she's doing this, she starts to feel a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit more until she's not mad anymore. So now that she's not mad anymore, what do you think she's going to do? Maybe she'll try again. As they walk along, she comes across the first wrong thing that she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. So all of these things are what she made before. The ones that she made and she failed. So all of them here. There's something wrong with all of them. But then she notices there are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. So even though they're all very, very wrong, there's one thing about each of them that she likes. So maybe they're not so bad after all. So what she's going to do is just take a little piece of each one. Just a little piece of this one and this one, all of them. until she can make the most magnificent thing. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. So she's finally done. Do you think this time she will succeed in making the most magnificent thing? Or do you think she's going to fail again? You can see her here. Finally, she's done. She's holding it in her hand. Do you know what this is? What would you use this for? You can use your imagination to use it for anything. Let's find out what she will use it for. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little bit to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. So she's finally made it. Do you see what it is? It's a chair for her doggie, so her doggie can ride the scooter with her. So maybe this is something that's not magnificent to other people. Maybe someone else, maybe even you, will look at that and be like, that's not very cool. I don't think that's amazing. But does she think it's amazing? Does she think it's magnificent? She does. And that's all that matters. It's what she wanted to make, and she worked so hard. And she succeeded finally in the very end. And because of that, to her, it's very, very magnificent. What is something that's magnificent for you? Have you ever tried to work so hard on doing something and you fail, but you keep trying, and then eventually you succeed? One point or another, you will feel that way, but it's important that you keep trying. You always have to keep trying, because eventually you will succeed. Just like she did here in building the most magnificent thing. I hope you enjoyed our story time today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, KB.